I'm working on trying to get my first wholesale deal as well as learning the stock market. Is it best that I focus on one thing or allocate equal time to both? Let's see what you gentlemen think about that. So I'll start with you, Malik. What do you think for someone trying to start?
So, like I said the other day, man, when you it depends on how hard you're really trying to get your first wholesale deal. But if you just starting out, as the old cliche, I have no idea who founded it, but it says if you try to catch two rabbits, you'll catch neither. Right? So if you really want to be a good wholesaler, learn to be a good wholesaler. If you want to learn about the stock market, learn to be good at stock market. Once you're good at one or the other, then maybe you could spend your time learning that next thing. I'm not a I don't
Okay.
believe I don't believe in multitasking. I think that if you try to multitask, then one thing is suffering. Like you can't put your all into two things. You
Yeah,
cannot.
Good
become
advice.
great. Yeah, become great at one thing and then do the other. Whichever one you want to focus on, do that. And then the other one, neither real estate or the market aren't going anywhere.
Nowhere. Nowhere.
So
It's
you
always money to
got
be made.
as long as you got the time and you can become great at one or the other.
And honestly, I'm gonna say this, man. If it's between the two, I don't even know why you even consider wholesaling. If it's between the two, because the amount of money and effort, you gotta figure you're wholesaling, right? If you're doing your marketing, the rate of return of the phone calls you're gonna get is like 1 or 2%, depending on what you're doing. You're gonna spend a lot of money just to find that one seller who might sell a property, and then you might find a buyer for it to make a decent amount of money. Whereas you learn in real estate, like I said, my goal is to use less than $5,000 to make $250 every day. That's a very low goal for the stock market. And and wholesaling, yes, sometimes you're gonna make 30, 40, 50, but you're gonna have those droughts, right? And so if it's between those two things, I'll probably fall back on wholesaling unless you really want to be a serious real estate investor, because to me, the value in wholesaling is not the business of wholesaling. The value of wholesaling is
Education.
finding those diamonds in the rough, right? Find those underappreciated assets. That's the value in wholesaling, because nobody want to wholesale everything away. Like the goal is to wholesale until you can keep everything, or keep at least the good stuff and wholesale what you don't want. But
The education in wholesaling is crazy because what you learn in terms of marketing, um, some of the best marketers I know are wholesalers, right?
yeah, that's right.
We were having a conversation with some agents the other day, and they're like, "Yo, the wholesalers are killing us in our communities." I'm like, they market better.
They
They literally get out there in the
Yeah,
streets and they talk to the people. They master marketers. That's the one thing. And like you said, they're good at finding underappreciated assets. But that should be like you said, you should be trying to do more of a long-term buy and hold approach there. Or you could get into, if you want to flip. But the thing is, I think that's good advice they gave you, in terms of which one to focus on. Focus on one, figure out what you want to do, get good before you add something else on.